In every legend, there is a hero. In every legend, there is a villain. But history is written by those who survive. In the legend of Zelda, evil is often defined by opposition to the hero, not by intent. And when we look closer, some of Hyrule's greatest enemies were not trying to destroy the world. They were trying to change it. This is the story of Zelda's villains, not as monsters, but as figures whose goals may have been justified, even if their methods were not. Demise is remembered as the embodiment of evil, a demon king who sought the Triforce and threatened the world. But Demise was not a conqueror in the traditional sense. He was something older. Demise represented a competing order to the gods themselves. The golden goddesses created the world, then abandoned it. Hylia ruled in their absence, enforcing divine law. Demise opposed this structure. He did not seek chaos. He sought ownership of a world left unattended. When Demise is finally defeated in Skyward Sword, he does something no other villain does. He explains himself. He warns Link and Zelda that hatred, resentment, and ambition are natural to mortals, and that as long as gods impose order from above, conflict will never end. Demise was not wrong. History proves him right. Vaati begins as a Minish, small, curious, and ambitious. His fall into villainy begins with a single motivation, the desire to understand power. Vaati does not seek to rule Hyrule at first. He seeks the Light Force, an energy tied to life itself. In the Minish Cap, Vaati's transformation is framed as corruption, but his goals are simple and consistent: to unlock hidden power, to escape limitation, to rise beyond the role assigned to him. In a world where power is inherited by bloodlines and prophecy, Vaati challenges the system. He believes power should be earned through mastery, not destiny. His mistake was not curiosity, it was obsession. Ganondorf is Hyrule's most infamous villain, but before he becomes Ganon, he is a king. As the sole male born to the Gerudo, Ganondorf inherits leadership over a people condemned to a harsh desert, excluded from Hyrule's prosperity. He sees a kingdom blessed by the gods, and another forced to survive. Ganondorf's ambition is not senseless destruction. It is rejection of divine favoritism. He seeks the Triforce not to end the world, but to reshape it under mortal rule. In The Wind Waker, Ganondorf speaks plainly. He wanted the wind that carried life and prosperity. He wanted what Hyrule was given freely. Ganondorf's crime was not wanting power. It was believing that strength alone could fix injustice. Zant is remembered as mad, erratic, cruel, fanatical. But before Ganondorf's influence, Zant was a servant of the Twilight Realm, passed over for leadership in favor of Midna. Zant believed his people needed a ruler who would act, not hesitate. The Twilight Realm had been banished and sealed away by Hyrule long before Zant was born. Its people lived in exile for crimes they did not commit. Zant's rage was inherited, not chosen. He wanted recognition. He wanted autonomy. He wanted his world to matter. His alliance with Ganondorf gave him power, but it also destroyed him. Zant was right about one thing. The Twilight Realm was unjustly condemned. Nowhere is Ganondorf portrayed as more human than in The Wind Waker. The world has moved on. Hyrule is flooded. The gods have abandoned the land again. Ganondorf does not seek to rule the Great Sea. He seeks to restore the past. He wants the kingdom that was taken from him, not by heroes, but by divine intervention. When he is defeated, Ganondorf does not curse the world. He accepts his fate. He was wrong to cling to the past, but not wrong to resent being erased by gods who refuse to fix what they broke. Yuga, from A Link Between Worlds, is obsessed with beauty and perfection. But beneath his flamboyance lies a sharp observation. Lorule destroyed its Triforce and doomed itself. Hyrule kept theirs and flourished. Yuga's plan was simple: steal Hyrule's Triforce to save Lorule. This makes him one of the few villains whose goal was restoration, not domination. His cruelty lies in his arrogance, not his objective. In the end, Lorule is saved, not by conquest, but by cooperation. Yuga was wrong in method, not motive. Calamity Ganon is less a villain and more a disaster. By the time of Breath of the Wild, Ganondorf's hatred has lost identity. It becomes instinct, a force reacting to centuries of suppression. Hyrule builds machines, attempts control, plans for inevitability, and Calamity Ganon adapts. This is not evil with purpose. It is resentment given form, proof that sealing hatred does not remove it. Across Zelda history, a pattern emerges. Villains arise when power is hoarded. Gods abandon responsibility. Fate overrides choice. Inequality goes unaddressed. These antagonists are not random. They are responses. What condemns them is not their perspective, but how far they go to enforce it. Zelda's villains are not warnings against ambition. They are warnings against ignoring it. against building a world where only the chosen are heard, and everyone else must break it to be seen. In Hyrule, evil does not begin with monsters. It begins with someone deciding that the world must change, and being told they have no right to try.